out in the street we used to meet. So the 2021 pseudo de facto Olympics. Fishermen who can't fish, skiers who can't ski, surfers who can't surf. I mean, I've been saying this for years. By the way, guns don't kill people. Mentally ill people with guns kill people. And if you think somehow this is an American democracy, this is what it looks like, you're fucking loonier than fuck. You think that a democracy has an even weight state. You just think about the dynamic of the state. Those lines, how those lines all came to be. 2 senators, 2 states. The senator from California. What, the 50 million people there? The senator from North Dakota. What, there's 400,000 people and they wield the exact same weight? In number? In reality? Woo! Not a democracy. And it's evolved into shamockery. You have an illegitimate, totally illegitimate Supreme Court. I like all you people that are still caught up. Still the still. Stop the still. By the way, I see that a fucking real fucking moron, one of the greatest morons in history, Kelly, is fucking here, died of COVID. Oh, fuck this guy. Inherited wealth, just the wouldn't wear a mask, big denier. I've known him my whole life. I'm like, oh, fuck. Me and him's fought over environmental issues. Fuck, he's my age. Dead of COVID. So, little was your mask. Little invisible germs don't fly through the air. Nuclear radiation, it's invisible. There's a new piece out, you gotta read it, on, from Madame Curie to these new females that are promoting up nuclear energy. Oh, you want to be the next Madame Curie. I remember I was in Europe and Pravad got me wound up on the chick that is the propagandist for the nuclear industry in Germany. And she goes into Chernobyl and eats the apple. So I talked to her. She says, when I was in Europe, some people hooked. I says, what are you, the new Madame Curie? She really didn't even, she couldn't connect the dots, what I was talking about. Yeah, she was a big radiation denier. Yeah, when she got her Nobel Prize, I don't think she had any hands or arms. They had been amputated. You know, it's amazing me. So this is how the Olympics. Where's your Olympic bag? Let's get in now. What we got in there? We got the Olympics in Utah. Fuck, it's empty. No running. No jumping at the Olympics. No running. No jumping. No protesting. No cheering. So the torch relay, I think, starting tomorrow through Fukushima. It's going through Fukushima. And so surfing off Fukushima go. You know, the young woman's struck by lightning before she gets there. Can you imagine? Stay with me. This is the propaganda. And let's play pretend, kids. Let's all, the whole country, play pretend. North America, stimulus check, housing bubble. Ooh, equity in my house. Yeah, I'm going to Disneyland. Let's play pretend. Everything's okay. The most acute ecological collapse in the past decade than the previous ever in human history. Typos are completely wiped out. You all laughed at me. There's a piece out on Diablo. Where's your Diablo Canyon calendar? I don't know, whatever. Let's play pretend, kids. Let's be 30, 40, 50, 60, 70-year-old little teeny preschoolers. Let's just make it up, mommy, you know. I like your backdoor socialism. You know, the number one way to get wealthy in the United States, it's been this way for years and years, is nuclear pork. It's been that way for decades. They all know it. So you file for, and that's why they always fake it, like Blue Castle, Red Dog Hedge Fund. SMRs in Utah, people here, including the governor, don't even know what the fuck they are. Including the attorney general, he told me that. He doesn't know what. Yet we're funding these little modular nuclear reactors. New scale from hell. Bill Eugenics Gates, gotta have more. Sicko motherfucker. Operation Paperclip on Balco. So under the Immunity Act, what is that, 1957? Price Anderson. While we were fighting the war machine, I was fighting that so hard. They re-upped it for 20 years. And how did you get Congress again? 20 years. Mainstream, lamestream media. How about alternative media? So pathetic. So under what it is, if you want to get rich, so you have to have the private funding first. So apparently, NuScale is a complete 100% fraud. Where's the FBI on that? Right here in West 12th Street, the nuclear dump site. They're all in on it. They know. You know, the mob used to say all the time, anytime you talk to a mobster in New York, what business? I'm into nuclear waste. Remember when Mike Tyson did his great interview and says, well, you know, the mob's got control of me, got control of the boxing industry, you know, who's the mob? He was asked. He says, the nuclear energy. Okay, you know, status king Cuomo. You're going to, you know, the molester, well, the rapist, I mean, he likes to grope females and women, creepy fucker. What about his $7.6 billion he just handed the New York City taxpayer? New York City, the city that never sleeps, they're nuclearly asleep. The mob, him and Trump, both. Him and Trump, they talk mob rhetoric. They grew up in New York in the day. They think they're mobsters with their crew, and they're useful idiots. You know, I'll lock them all up. All these guys sitting in prison for Trump winding them up, you know, all-star wrestling, the McMahons, again, low-lying fruit. The bribe ease in the Cleveland office, at least, goes after him. They get at the bribe. He killed himself. The bribe ease in Cleveland, they never go after the bribers. The nuclear industry, a.k.a. the Untouchables. They're Untouchables. It's been proven out. It's proven right now. Fukushima, where's the lawsuits on Fukushima? They can hire PR firms to attack a guy. The anti-nuclear movement, which has evolved basically in North America to two people. Me and Dana. You think about that. Everybody else has got on the winning team. Let's play pretend, kids. Let's go. The IAEA, the IOC, speaking of that fucking babbling fucking goon fucking Mitt Romney. Oh, fuck. It's like, fuck, there's only one fucker more insane in fucking the Senate theater fucking than him. Mike fucking Lee. Oh, he's crazy. Nuttier than fuck. He's whacked. He's gone. Going, gone. He's talking, oh, fuck. I mean, his political spin gets more ridiculous by the day, but it's red state, blue state. Branded! It's a football game. The American voters are so hypnotized and so gone. Nuclear. I'm in California, Central Coast, fighting Diablo. Battling Diablo. It needed to go along, don't tic-tac. Diablo Canyon. Oh, there it is. God, it's right under the freaking nuclear games. So when they announced the Olympics were going to be in Japan, I went crazy and I said, I'll bet any of you right now never happens. It ain't going to happen. Fukushima, U.S. Reagan. Never happen. It ain't going to happen. Oh, yeah. And I says, it's all propaganda. No running, no jumping, no swimming. Ask for Kakaiki. She got AML leukemia, the #1 athlete in maybe in the history of the country. You know, she's back in the pool. She's a 1% survivor. How about all the ones that have died? Oh, nobody's died from freaking nuclear radiation poisoning when the Inspector General for the IEA, the UN himself, I talked to him in Vienna twice. I visited with him. I says, you already went to Japan, you're Japanese. You've been to Fukushima. You're going again? I read that you're going again. Don't do it. I'll be all right. I was in Vienna when he died. Everybody's like, oh, I'm talking to the head lead attorney at the IAEA. I'm so effective at the blanch box right there in Austria, in Vienna, because they all have to go by me. When the lead attorney comes out, you've caused such a stir every day here. We want your top 10 grievances, you know, quickly. Fukushima right on top. So, Then it gets announced later, oh, he couldn't have died. It's just coincidence. The head of the Fukushima 50's mother emailed me in June of 2013. That's back when I still was getting all my emails from Japan. I used to do a radio show inside Tokyo. There was not an activist. There was an United States citizen. There's a lot of them living there. By the way, the admiral wanted them all evacuated in Tokyo, and he had a radio show, and he hooked me and another professor up, and we used to do a radio show twice a week inside Tokyo in Japanese and English. Most Japanese speak English. Most of the world does. And like when I'm in Austria, don't try your bad German, Kevin. We love your accent. Okay. He disappeared in 2013. I talked to his daughter back when I was still getting emails. I used to get hundreds, if not thousands, of emails a day, and then from Japan. Google Translate, I could read them. I used to spend so many hours going through that, policing my site. I'm so glad them days are fucking up. Back when I was in vogue, when the anti-nuclear movement, before we all started playing pretend, the frogs have been boiled nicely. He just disappears. I talked to his daughter. She emailed me, and they says they came to the house and arrested him. State Secrets Act here. The United States runs the show. The IAEA asked Mitt Romney the cash Olympics here. It was so corrupt. It was unbelievable. They're always corrupt. I said they will never have those Olympics. I bet people all over. Oh, yeah. It's all propaganda. Ain't going to happen. The mighty blue lady of the Pacific Ocean. Oh, she's stronger than any of you. You just don't know that. You stand by and watch the international... Well, the nuclear industry gang raped the mother of all life. And 7 billion people, especially in California, 50 million just stood by and said, oh, it's okay. Don't raise your voice, honey. It's so fucking pathetic. I'm in California constantly, and oh no, the tide pools are healthy. I'm talking to this fucking douchebag in Pacific Beach, my home, born again on Balco. Got his mustache. He's at the shack right there. Oh, me and my kids, there's starfish. I says, oh, really? Where's your kids? Oh, you and your... Show me. I hear this all the time. This is plain pretend. I hear it constantly. People all over. I'm like, come on. We're out at Point Loma, $25 a head to get into fucking the tide pools there. I have my card right here. And they're literally... waiting lines and lines to get in. You can't even find a place to park. They won't let you walk in. What'd you find? Oh, lots of stuff. How many starfish? Oh, well, none. How many bananas? None. How many California cucumbers? None. How many Upper California purple urchins? None. How many seen? Oh, we've seen a couple sickly, but we found lots of. A brittle star. Brittle star isn't even really a marine biology creature. What are you talking about? Let's play pretend. Let me show you. Hopefully this camera, it has a mind of its own. Sometimes it's so vivid, it's stunning. I can't believe how vivid this camera is at times. Other times, you can't see anything on it. That's what they're supposed to look like. That's the way they looked like in 2010. They don't look like that. They cute. Oh, just wasting disease. I'm in the tide pools. There's a professor with his class from SDSU. I'm at PB Point, which I'm the guy that named it Cemetery Point. By the way, they're changing PB Middle School. I love it. Too young. I was pretty active as an activist in junior high. I'll tell you how active I was in junior high. That junior high. And Walquist Junior High. PB Middle School. So, there was a dress code in Utah, not in California. What I wore there, my grandpa, but I could go to school here. So, I used to have this really cool 22 football jersey. That was my favorite number then. I'm a big number guy. The girls were all dressed in it. There was still the below the knee dress code. This is the 1970s, no less than Ogden, Utah. Think about this. Whoa. San Francisco had nothing on this city. And so I'm like, we're going to kick you out of school, Kevin. I don't care. I wear it next day. Wear it the next day. Fine, just making my stand. Then finally the girls' mothers got involved, and that's when the dress code went down. And it was the students at Walkwest Junior High, 8th graders, that we did it. I've been at this for decades as far as fighting, really, and this is important for our economy. I'm really actually happy that there's not, 20, 30,000 views of video anymore. Because all I did was police idiots. 99% of the American population is dumber than a stick. They're ignorant, they're blissfully, pathetic, including politicians. Pathetic. And I know. I've talked to them. It's only the tiny army that really make any change and affect culture and society and take down this nuclear energy. This is a tactical war. Really, the anti-nuclear movement in North America, in a real way, is really basically turned into two people, which is staggering me. The greenwashing machine of Greenpeace, Sierra Club, all of it has showed their colors. I can't. Oh, we're okay with the technology. Plowshares, we're okay with the technology, but not the thing. I talked to, she was standing right next to me at the Peace Vigil. By the way, I talk to Peace Vigil every day. And, the lead nun, Megan, and all of them, I'm in communication. Well, you straightened us out, Kevin. I think you were sent by God. Okay. So it's a tactical army. It's David versus Goliath, literally, but we're winning. You just don't think we're winning. 104 nuclear reactors in the United States and Fukushima happened, Kevin Blanch's post-ignorance army. We got Tim Martin up there on the coast. We got a few that tactically are working it, under the current. What are we down to, 64? And Diablo's going next. Oh, we gotta save Diablo. Carbon-free, the dirtiest, most carbon-filthy fucking nuclear meltdowns. Oh, they're hot. I love how they shove this down your throat. Clean green, too cheap to murder. Remember the PR machine out of Los Angeles, Caltech? I almost went to Caltech. By the way, do you know about the 1961 Rose Bowl, the greatest prank with the Caltech cards? I'm going to do a whole piece on it. There's so much more to that story. Yeah, they're the NASA freaks at Pasadena. Fucking, whoa. You're talking the creepiest place in the world. They have more than, I think, my Nobel fucking prizes than any university. Whoa. So, you know about the 1961 Super Bowl when the greatest so-called college prank in history at halftime? Look it up. So, wow. It's a tactical army. So the PR machine in Los Angeles, by the way, is Woody Allen's best friend, grew up in New York. Think about this. Why are they all fucking sexual predator pedophiles? They're all the same creepy fucking clan. And Epstein, there's a reason that it's not a coincidence that Zorro Ranch is at Los Alamos. That it's all there. I get into Zappa at Mission Bay High School. Zappa went there for a while. So on Noyes, I lived on Noyes. And everybody says, oh, what's it named? No, I says, no, that's named after him at Caltech. The physicists. They Loya PB, Fermi. I can get into this. So, it's a tactical army. So, they invented this PR machine. Remember the green reactor used to have the pretty green butterflies flying out? They put on everything. That was it. So, he's West 10. Have you ever read the book West 10? So, that's the LA, Los Angeles, UCLA bone marrow transplant center. And he was 100% propagandist to tell you that nuclear fallout to cover up Santa Susana did not give you leukemia. Now, I was in East 8, not to be confused with West 10. I'm going to write a book one day, East 8 versus West 10. Now, my daughter's from Copenhagen. They're anti-nuclears. Fimbo, Vincent, my doctors that saved my life, they know that nuclear fallout. They know for a fact they're hardcore now. By the way, my anti-nuclear activism is the only reason to save my life. That's the only reason Vincent got involved with me. His brother and father both died of thyroid cancer and downwinders. Mike Lee's dad died. He don't care. Barack Obama's mother downwinder. They don't care. Bo Biden. How about that psychopath fucking in the White House? I never voted for siding with Biden. I fucking hate Trump. What he did as far as nuclear retesting. Burgess Owens in Southern Utah, who has a biology his brain's been bashed in the fucking NFL. Gold team. Blake Moore here. Didn't he play high school football? Ah, fuck. But it's, it's better than the all. When we get to the point we have to vote for the lesser of fucking 10 evils, that's where we're at. It's pathetic. And you're branded football game. People have no clue. They're at national politics, Obamacans versus Trumpets. They have no clue who's even running for Congress. They have no clue who is really They don't even know what the difference between a congressman and a senator. They have no fucking clue. The Supreme Court, 2000, he didn't win. Bush did not win. That's not opinion. That's not opinion. That's just a fact. It wasn't even close. He didn't win Florida. His brother was the governor of Florida. Fuck Kathleen fucking Harris. They fixed it. You know, and then he ends up with all the Supreme Court justices. Now Trump, fuck, he didn't win. Fuck, he didn't win last time either. But that doesn't matter. Oh, we have the electoral college. What a sham, the electoral college. We're going to go back to a fucking document that has not been amended in how many fucking times? In a country that had a, you know, what do we have? Did we even have 200,000 people then? No, I don't even think that. To a country of 300-something million, have more kids, I'm never on. Cuckoo, cuckoo. Fucking, he's got his prostate cut out. Fucking, he's got cancer. I mean, they just completely loony-toony. In the denial of the fucking poisoning of the planet. They're going to go to heaven and get their own fucking planet. Okay, American manufactured Jesus. I mean, it's psychotic what the country's evolved into. You know? This has been a 40-year dynamic of fucking hell. Reagan! This country, increasing nominal wages from 1945 to 1979. Fucking, we are family to fucking... So this tactical army that... Olympics, what a fucking... It was all put there. The IAEA, the International... The Atomic Energy, who hijacked the UN, the IAEA. I mean, when he dies from going to Fukushima. He's dying right now. I mean, you hear nothing about him. He's got cancer. Fuck everybody. They hide it in Japan. They hide it all in Japan. I mean, the culture of the United States after Yalta by the Sea, you forget fucking World War I, World War II, the fucking royal family, fucking no fucking monarchies. Remember, that was the Atlantic Conference. That was fucking Franklin Roosevelt. He dropped dead. Stone, what do they use to poison him? The family. Oh, they're back. It's imperialism. Fucking... with a backdoor check to you fucking peasants. Fuck, the Queen's the still ruling family. They're still there. Tsar Putin, if he's a commoner. When you're in power for 20 years and impoverish a fuck thing, that's a fucking king. You know, it's a monarchy. Putin's a fucking, you know, he rules with an iron fist. He just kills you. You get in his fucking way. You know, it's amazing me. Because remember when that crazy fucking psychotic buddy of his made the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, 2012, fucking built that fucking ugly hit. I mean, I like the fucking lid on it. It's got grass on it. But you ever been in the Barclays Center? Whoa. Just think the fact that it's named the Barclays Center. The Nets. They'll probably win it this year. You know, bring a team together. I mean, from hard hats to crowns. I mean, it's all imperialism. The average... In 1970s, the average athlete made less than 4 times the average working class American. Look at it now. Fucking the peasants and, you know, your housing bubble. Oh, Ayn Rand, Greenspan, science fiction economics. They're the same people. They're the same people. But meanwhile, tactically, because the imperialism, there's a back door to it. I've always known this. I mean, who do you think started Black Lives Matter? What is involved in Black Lives Matter is disturbing. I mean, when the NBA takes it on, you guys... We got billionaire socialists. We got indentured fucking gun-toting fucking slaves, impoverished, working 3 jobs to fucking, ooh, I got equity in my house. I'm going to retire. I'm mesquite. Fucking, you know, I like these people that go south, fucking want to go into the desolate. Danny uses that map over the fall. That's Richard Miller Under the Clouds work. I knew him. That's a fucking masterpiece of his work. And what he did after all the open-air tests, he would go where it fucking rained and document the leukemia deaths through newspaper obituary. Why do you think they got rid of obituary? You can't find if anybody died here. Oh, it's nobody's business when my family died. So how beautiful the so-called, the global elites, fuck. They illuminate, fucking, no, they radiate. Fucking, you know, New World Order. It's old world order. It's imperialism. Up is down, black is white. They just throw out this narrative, fucking regurgitated enough on Operation Foxconn fucking news. Fucking wanted by jet stream, and these people will just go. I mean, God's gays guns, God's gays guns, God gays guns. The lowest common denominator. It's unbelievable. It's fucking imperialism, and the top of the heap is nuclearism. Free money. Price Anderson. So you get the grant. Why do you think it's always a fake one? And because the Justice Department will do nothing about it. The grant on New Scale, which Utah's funding, which has robbed our fucking bills here of hundreds of millions of dollars, already stole it. Tim's up there and he's driving around Bugattis, Lamborghinis. They'll never build a fucking one of them. It's just free money. They all know that. I asked John Huntsman, the billionaire from Utah, well, what about the SMR that blew up in Russia and killed the 8 top nuclear physicists there? Yeah, I'm the one that collected the data. Then he turns around and tells me, oh, well, Kevin, here's a billionaire telling a peasant, I had a lot of money when I got sick. We were talking about this yesterday. Here's a peasant, Kevin Blanch. No, a nuclear peasant. Well, I just guy fighting cancer with a YouTube camera. Oh, Kevin, well, that's significant. You think? So they're trying to put Kevin Blanch back into the toothpaste tube. They've kettled me, classified me. They're doing the same thing to Dane up there. Lightning back in the bottle. Well, the problem is I took my baseball bat, my axe, I flipped the bottle behind my back, and the bottle's broken. It's not Pandora's box. It was Pandora's bottle. The nuclear got out of the bottle. They broke the bottle. So when you're trying to put the anti-nuclear movement back into me, the work's been done by Kevin Blanch, and it will continue to go on. You try to, let's take down view counts now. Let's take down fucking, likes on Kevin's videos. Let's squash, let's throttle him. Let's kettle him. Well, you were too late. Fuck, my truth, my reality has been viewed by literally hundreds of millions of people and by the people that matter. The truth has been told on Fukushima. And if I wouldn't have told it all from day one, it wouldn't have got told. And it's not about the masses. As I stood in front of the White House, Sands, who got fired, I used to talk to him. Open the door and let him in. Sister Susie, Auntie Jim, Martin Luther, don't let that motherfucker in. The peasants that are all going to prison and sitting in fucking prison, you fucking idiots. For what? Trump? He's sitting eating fucking caviar. Well, I don't think he ain't whatever he does, the fat fucker. Playing golf. He reminds me of fucking that idiot that just died of fuck. And I hate to see anybody go. I don't want to see anybody die. But fuck, they remind me of each other. Babbling fucking buffoons. Bush dumb. Oh, was he fucking an idiot when they passed Bryce Anderson? It was just me battling him. Everybody else was caught up in Iraq, and rightfully so. Same thing. The Polygon, where they invaded Afghanistan, that's where they staged all the troops, and now they're all crying they're dying. I tried to fucking tell them. They spit at me. Oh, you're just an old peace activist. We hate you. The very people that are dying now. And their children fucking dying. And their children's children. Fuck up the genome. The fund for the atomic veterans' children, I battled to get that money through. We don't have enough money. But they got enough money for the military industrialized fucking war pigs. Fuck, how about the F-35? That's shamockery. It's incredible how this is played out. Let's play pretend. No running, no jumping. The Olympics is a sham. They're going to use spent fuel pools from spent fuel rods. That's going to be the torch relay. They don't care if they kill the peasants. And the peasants are so fucking stupid they'll go along with it. Right here in the United States proves that. Cancer rates have gone psychotic. Longevity, that's just a coincidence. Open heart surgery, which I had. You think about my path with AML leukemia. I have AML de novo. Think about the fact that I got it in 2011. Went to the bone process at 11/11/11. My doctor says it's best. He says there was a stack of media requests this big in there. They wouldn't let him in. Nobody. They didn't let anybody in. I was quarantined. Neutrophils are 0. I've been wearing a mask off and on for fucking 10 years. Almost. Too sick for a bone marrow transplant. Really dynamic fucking fight this has been. I was thinking about it the other day and I was like, I'm finally starting to land a little bit. I'm starting to come back down to earth. When the doctor that day told me that, he looked me right in the eye at McWackD on a Friday night, and he says, you'll get your affairs in order, you'll probably be dead within 2 months. Next doctor told me the same thing. My mind went into a whole another place. I look back, think back, I can't even remember most of this. I mean, thank God I have these videos to go back to refresh my memory. Over the last 10 years, I've had like an out-of-body experience. For real. I can't even explain it. Something got in me and took me over the light, and I just followed it. I remember Finding my way back to PB, how that even happened is so organic. Walking the coast, you know, how that even happened. All these people I've run into, all these things, and how intuitively I always knew everything before it happened and just go with it and report it. It was like an out-of-body experience. I don't know what it was. I was thinking a lot about it yesterday. It's like a blur. It's like a time warp to me. It's like the last 10 years happened in one day. For the most part, I think about the places I traveled, the things I did, and how intense and how hardcore, without any money. Think about the places I slept. I mean, I had platelet counts of 38 and fucking sleeping on, oh my God. How I didn't die, I don't know. It's incredible, but I know how. The Mighty Blue Lady, the Pacific Ocean. I said it the whole time, and we just let it come out. Never scripted anything. Never. Nothing has been ever scripted in this 10-year fight. Nothing. Nothing. You know? I said, Olympics are going to happen. She's going to fight back. COVID? No doubt in my mind from the fucking sea. Until the next one comes around. The heat bubble of the Western Night, which I named Fukushima. I called all of this to a T before it happened. Intuitively. While I'm dying. That's, my daughter says, you're the only person I fucking know. I know 2 people. And this is a 40-year famous oncologist who's 5 OS de novo without a bone marrow transplant. Says your story's impossible. Longevity in 2012 started going over it. My heart, with no, Mike Lee kicks me off Medicaid. Think about that when I'm in the unit. Think about that monster. He's a fucking monster. My heart's failing. I'm telling everybody I'm going to hospitals and doctors. I have no more insurance. I had almost $1 million when I got sick. I had forked it over. I'm naked. I'm so vulnerable. And they're telling me, Michael Hawkins at Ogden Regional Medical Center, who ended up being a chiropractor, represented his daughter, told me to go see my dentist. I mean, I collapsed on Easter Sunday. I was born on Easter. And I'm like, I don't know how I didn't die. My aortic valve, the chemo jugular, and you know, and I had a heart murmur I was born with, mutated from my dad. My foundation I used to work on was the children of Atomic Veterans. It, you know, accelerated and wore out my aortic valve. Then Mike Lee, I got kicked off Medicaid the day before in 2015. They were going to remove my gallbladder with low platelet count. It was very delicate surgery. Wouldn't do it because the day before surgery, tried to do it with the mother organ. But look what I was up against. They used the organic mushroom root on me. They experimented on me. And we know that it works. It kills back the tumors in a radical way, but it also tears up fucking, you know. It's not your father's chemo. It's a very dynamic disease, and treatment's very dynamic. The survival rate of cancer has gone shh, yet the rate of cancer has gone shh. Longevity's gone shh in 2012. Open heart surgery, organ transplants, all this different thing because we poisoned our planet. And nobody gives a fuck. In an acute fashion, the salmon collapse is the smoking gun, Fukushima. And so my gallbladder ruptured. It really fucking hurt me. Really wounded me. I don't know how that one didn't kill me. It's been, that's the hardest one to fucking recover from. And that happened, you know, a couple years ago.